This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's Barnes and Leslie. Good morning. We are the Morning X. Crash is around here somewhere getting your traffic ready for in just a few minutes. We have some more drama that has happened with the Morning X family in the True Crime Corner. That is 2 in 10 days.
Oh, boy.
I'll break it down for you in a minute, and there's kind of a little APB out. Someone's car got stolen. We'll get into it in a few minutes. Right now, Celebrity Sleaze brought to you by McDonald's. Archways to Opportunity helps employees achieve their dreams. You want to learn more? Just head to McDonald's.com.
Who's been to the movies? Let's talk about the biggest movies at the box office. Number 1, How to Train Your Dragon, $83.7 million. By the way, almost $200 million globally. Number 2, Lilo and Stitch. I think it's Lilo and Stitch. I think I've been saying that wrong.
I don't have any kids anymore in the house, so I don't know.
$15.5 million. Materialist. You know, that's the one we've been talking about. At number 3, number 4, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. And then from the world of John Wick, Ballerina at number 5. But, you know, Barnes, when you have an 11-year-old visiting for a couple of weeks, the movies and what you watch changes a little bit. So I do have one movie that I watched that I will not recommend. Because, you know, normally I recommend movies. I do not recommend Death of a Unicorn with Paul Rudd and Jenny Ortega. Just saying.
Well, why didn't you ask him about Lilo and Stitch?
Because he wanted to watch Death of a Unicorn.
No, I mean how to say it. If you got a kid around.
I should.
Exactly.
He's sleeping right now. Can you say awkward? I don't know if you saw this or not, but Arnold Schwarzenegger celebrated season 2 of FUBAR with his kids, but one was seemingly snubbed during the event, while all 5 of his kids attended the red carpet premiere last week, and he took photos with all of them. You had Catherine, Christina, Patrick, Christopher, you know, all of his kids with his ex, Maria Shriver. Of course, Catherine's husband, Chris Pratt, also in the photo. And then Barnes, he posed separately with his son, Joseph Banna, who's now 27 years old. That's the son he had with the family's housekeeper, Mildred.
Oh, the maid. Is this picture out in public yet? I'd like to see what he looks like.
Yeah, he's super tall. But how awkward is that at the premiere of this movie? He's got one photo with all the kids and a separate photo.
Yeah, well.
With Joseph.
Is it that strange? I mean, he had an affair with the maid.
I know, but it's just so awkward that you're at a movie premiere. Come on.
You got to draw the line. Why do all these famous people have sex with the maid? Is it just convenience and the au pair?
It's either the nanny or it's a Hollywood thing over and over again.
I mean, there's a big story out there about one of those that's brewing right now, believe it or not, that I've seen in the underworld, in the dark web.
You're not going to tell me?
Well, it's a big singer. I'll just put it that way. I don't want to, I don't want to get involved in that one.
Oh, yeah, just drop it and like mic drop.
No, I mean, because I don't know that it's true. I'm just saying the dark web says so.
Hey, could it be possible that there will be no more Luke Skywalker? How can this happen? Mark Hamill opening up to Willie Geist on the Today Show about recent speculation that he's done with Star Wars.
You're done with Star Wars? Is that safe to say?
Well, I don't want to make a big pronouncement like this is my decision. I'm just saying that it really felt like a conclusion. My character was given complete closure. I died. I had my time. I'm really appreciative, but I'm really looking to the future for all these new projects. But I do know when I mention anything about the space movies, it gets extra scrutiny as opposed to me talking about anything else. And I said that, and then I saw headlines, Mark Hamill quit Star Wars. Well, let me say, they haven't asked me. It's not like they said, please come back. I mean, come on. How much can you do with a Force Ghost? I'd like to see a movie set all in the Force Ghost realm. I could have conversation with Alec Guinness and all of
now you're giving them ideas.
From your lips to God's ears.
And speaking of iconic characters, listen to this one, Barnes. Henry Winkler revealing to Jenna Bush Hagar that he turned down the role of...
Was there a role for you that got away?
I always think that if I was supposed to have it, I would have had it.
Yes.
But they did ask me to play Danny Zuko. And I was so uptight about being typecast.
Yes.
That I said, no, I've played the Fonz for 10 years. I'm not going to do it.
Yes.
So John Travolta did it.
Yeah.
I went home and had an orange juice. He went home and bought a plane.
Yeah, wow. That would have been weird, though, at that time.
I think so, too, but... had you ever heard that story?
Man, I love hearing those almost casting. They should do a whole series on those. I love hearing about those.
Elijah Blue Allman, overdosing in Southern California, rushed to the hospital. That, of course, is Cher's son with Greg Allman. Cher's main concern is her son's well-being, and she's doing everything she can to get him help. You know, he's been struggling with substance abuse. Apparently, he started taking drugs at 11 years old.
Oh, damn.
I know. Anyway, he's in the hospital. We'll keep you posted on how he is doing, but that's a sad story. Eric Dane is now opening up about his emotional journey battling ALS. In his first interview, he said he believes this is not the end of his story. In an interview, he was fighting back tears, revealing the profound impact of waking up each day to this new reality. Because that is like a progressive disease, ALS.
So horrible.
That diagnosis was just shocking. Guess what anniversary it is?
Of what?
50th anniversary of Jaws.
Oh, yeah. And Shark Week's coming up.
Just in time to get back into Amity Island, NBC is commemorating the 50th anniversary of the film with a special 3-hour telecast June the 20th, featuring a big introduction and a fresh introduction from the one and only Steven Spielberg. But listen to this. I think the celebration is now heading into Major League Baseball stadiums, which I was like, what? Yeah, the Giants, the Yankees, the Phillies will host themed home games from June the 20th through the 22nd. What does that mean, by the way? What happens when you go into the stadium?
They're just going to play the dun, dun. I mean, there are still so many shark attacks. There was a little girl, like 9 or something last week. Her hand got bitten off. I want to say it was South Carolina.
I will not be getting into the water.
Can't remember exactly where it was, but they miraculously attached it back. But that's just scary, man. You see these big-ass sharks. That's why I don't get in the water. No chance.
Yeah, if you want to catch all of the films, all the Jaws films, all 4 movies, available for streaming on Peacock starting this weekend through July 14th.
Man, that will get so much action.
I saw this and couldn't believe it. And when I ask you this one question, you're going to be like, what? This is really exciting for fans of Spaceballs. Bill Pullman and Rick Moranis are set to reprise their roles as Lone Star and Dark Helmet in a new sequel. We always talk about these sequels from Amazon MGM Studios. Joining them is Keke Palmer. You remember the original film was out in 1987, directed by Mel Brooks, but guess who's back? Mel Brooks is back, returning as Yogurt, and the film has been described as a non-prequel, non-reboot sequel, part 2. Now, Barnes, how old do you think Mel Brooks is?
98.
He's 99.
99?
How did you guess that?
Well, I didn't know he was alive, so I was just throwing a high number out.
Yeah, he's coming back to be in the film.
You know that Tesla has named a lot of stuff from that movie, right? From the Starship speeds?
I had no idea.
Yeah, light speed, ridiculous speed, ludicrous speed, plaid speed. You see the Tesla plaid?
That's all from Spaceballs?
Yeah, and I have the Tesla with ludicrous mode. All that's from Spaceballs.
I had no idea. I have 2 renewals for you. One is my next guest needs no introduction, David Letterman. Season 6 is expected to premiere later this year. I love how he sort of reinvented himself with this show. I actually really like it.
I mean, it's just a chill version of his interviews, basically. It's his show without all the other stuff, no band, no nothing, but it feels like The Desk.
But big guest stars, I mean, you know.
Yes, huge.
And then another renewal, Bravo renewing Andy Cohen. Watch What Happens Live through 2007. And then NBC Universal has also extended his First Look deal through 2028. And this show's been renewed as well, The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie.
Sadly for you.
Through...
we'll see. We'll see.
That is your Celebrity Sleaze.
Former U.S. Navy SEAL Sean Ryan captures real stories about sacrifice and strength.
We go into this hooch searching for Christ knows what.
Regardless if anybody else does it, will you do it?
There's a lot of things that are hurtful and disturbing.
Can't get anybody to talk about it.
Uncovering truth with the heroes who live to tell it.
There's a saying, there's no atheist in a foxhole.
That was the hardest part for you coming home.
What?
How'd you get through it?
I worked hard.
The Sean Ryan Show.
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.